right, now I want to try to do something weird, which is it doesn't. There's nothing in the prompt about switching roles, right? It only the way that the prompt is written is it's the game master, it's the secret keeper, and it's gonna pick the secrets, and then I'm gonna try to figure them out. But now if I say I have an idea, let's switch roles. I'll make up the secret phrases and you try to guess. And then let's say, let's set up the game first. Can you update? Can you set up the game to have 3 phrases and 3 minutes on the timer? The title should be reversed roles. Remember to use your commands. All right. Great. So, right, so it's set up the scorecard, set up the title, and right, so it's actually play. Okay, first hint. Okay, let's say, okay. First hint. It's a Disney movie about animals. It's a tough one because, you know, there's more than one. Nope. Yes. Great. Okay, so it's doing okay. I mean, it remembered to record this, but it didn't start the clock. So what if I say, you forgot to start the clock? And it doesn't really even know about a clock. It is about like how long, what the game is, and it knows to start the game. And it started the clock, right? So it figured out how to start the game and keep, yeah. It's just, it really blows my mind that it works. And let's see, make myself smaller here. So basically, I now have the have GPT updating the UI. So it's like using tools. It's calling an API that I'm defining for the app, for the web side of it. So it's like I've like set up some affordances for the AI, and then I'm finding that it can do way more in this game space than I expected. So I just to show you, and then I'm gonna show you the code a little bit. Okay, cool. So I'm defining the like this component, but it's filling it in, and I'll show you how that works. Small rodent receives a big treat. If you give a mouse a cookie. Nice. What is the Great Recession? Yeah, no. Okay, right. When it's filling this out to go, I can ask it, how much time do I have left? It'll be delayed. Okay, so you tell me, you can just watch right? That's what time, basically. Maybe talk to your fashion sets. Jackson. Okay. Nice. Okay. Congratulations on completing the daily challenge. You did a fantastic job. Thank you. Would you like to play another game in free play mode? Or have any questions? Yeah, I do want to play. So you notice that the clock stopped. So it stopped the clock for me. All right. So let's do one free play mode. Actually, let's do this. Let's look here real quick. So this is the bulk of the game logic, right? And it's all just in the system prompt. I don't have to go through it, but like this, once as we build this out, if we're gonna build this out, we can actually update this. Like, so we won't actually hard code this into the system. But this is where I'm defining the API for the bot. These are the tools or the affordances. And so like when it calls setup game, that's when it fills out the scorecard. So it lets the client know how many phrases are in the game, what's how long to run the clock, or how to set the timer, and the title. And then maybe an interesting one is this remember. So basically I'm not using this in the client, and we'll actually filter it out. So this is actually just a call for it to put some structured data into the conversation, that then we can filter out and not send to the client, but it'll have access to it. So we don't have to do anything like fancy, like store it somewhere else. It's just in the conversation for the AI. And right. And so this is like that. So instead of leaving the calls in the conversation the way that it's using them, we filter them out and then send just like the conversational part of it as the chat, and then put the calls into their own array in the data that we send to the client. So if I look here, actions, finish round, Lady Gaga. Okay, and then these are the functions that get called on the client whenever the AI says whenever it outputs those particular strings that are just function calls in double brackets in the conversation, right? So it is starting the game. And I actually want to expand this further. Like right now I'm setting the timer based on it, like doing this like setup game thing, but I actually want to like give it more fine-grained control, because then you can like ask it to set the timer. It becomes more like just an actual player of the game or an actual game host, right? You can be like, oh, like, can you add 30 seconds to the timer? I was distracted. And it can just do it. Do free play. I want to practice my basic Spanish. Can we do 3 rounds? 3 minutes. Let's go. All right, so before I hit let's go, it's set at the timer and it's set a title and the guesses. And if we look, so it's not going to show, and this ultimately shouldn't show in the on the client at all. But if I look, it's going to use its remember method to remember. So it's already picked the phrases. Okay. So it's not gonna like if you don't ask it to remember the phrases, it will like maybe give a more vague hint, and it won't know what the answer is, definitely. Maybe not in this case because the answers are pretty limited, but okay, voila. Okay, I want to quit this round though, so say, okay, I'm bored with this round. Let's stop. Okay, great. Firefly. Yes. Nice. Wow. So it said the category would be helpful, right? So it's asking for more hints. Um, okay, last one. Let's say famous person and say um, meme of him eating a sandwich. Yes, you rock. So stop the clock, filled out the card. All right, that's the demo of the. I don't know what we're calling this AI games with AI. Um, excited to keep working on it. This hint will be an emoji.